short putts, 1, 2, 3 footers, if we're missing those, it could be related to having some putting anxiety, and that can also translate into having a mismatched start line and the putter face being open or closed. So if you are struggling with short putts, stick around for this video because I'm going to show you how to fix those. Now, when we get into this 1, 2, and 3 foot range, it's not a guaranteed make. In fact, from the PGA Tour average, the best, most elite players in the world, from 3 feet, they're at 99%, which means that they're still missing some percentage of those short putts. We've seen some at the highest levels, 18 inchers being missed, and even 1 footers, which could be some performance anxiety, an element of choking, can also just be a misread and the face not being in line. One of the ways to guarantee making these short putts is to start the golf ball on line. Now, in order to start the golf ball on your line, this is assuming that we've read the putt properly and we've aimed your golf ball properly. We want to be able to deliver the club face in a repeatable fashion. If our hands and arms start to take over, the face can deviate too much, and from this short distance, I can turn the face left or right, and all of a sudden now I've missed my start line. Once I've identified my start line, I want to try to be as stable as possible to make sure that the putter is returning back to its starting position and hitting the ball as square as possible. Now, what I've had down here for training purposes is the putting arc, because as a player knows, the putter does not travel in a straight back and straight through line. We may say that as a cliche, we may say that as a concept, but the putter actually never travels back completely straight and completely forward straight. There is some degree of arc. Some players might have a mild arc, such as 7 to 8 degrees. Some players might have a larger arc, such as 18 degrees. Now, when I'm looking at short putts and I'm using my putting arc, I'm going to take the heel of the putter, rest it against the putting arc, gently relax my hands, and start moving my sternum and my rib cage with my hands and arms just working in a pendulum form. When I look at the shape of the putter, it's moving in a very small, mild arc. When I relax my hands and I don't squeeze the putter too tightly, and I really stimulate the stroke from my rib cage, the putter face remains very stable. And this is something that creates the ball starting on the proper line. If I'm overthinking these short putts and I'm engaging too much of my small muscles with my hands and my wrists, that can turn the face quite significantly, causing me to end up missing a putt. So what I like to do for these short ones is make sure I'm always lining up the putt, whether you use the line on the ball or a practice line, doesn't matter, but I want you to make sure that you're lining up to ensure that we're starting on the proper path. Then I'm going to move the putter arc so that it's slightly touching the heel. And as I get it rested on the heel, I then have the opportunity to relax my hands and arms and just move the putter back gently back and forward in a nice smooth shape. Now, as I'm moving it, I'm allowing my hands and arms to be pretty passive. They're stimulated by my rib cage, which is sort of the engine of what I feel this putting stroke is looking like. So now I want to go ahead and set up the ball again. Make sure that my device is rested right up against the heel. I've got the center of my putter lined up to the center of my line. I'm in my putting posture, and I'm thinking about my rib cage doing the motion. My hands and arms are connected to the side of my body, and the rib cage is doing the motion. I'm trying to keep the heel of the putter rested against that putting arc the duration of the stroke. If I practice that, it starts to build a template, a framework for my body to understand how I can be really relaxed from 1 to 3 feet and just let the putter swing in this beautiful arcing shape, rather than me trying to guide the putter, which then can start to turn the face, or my elbows might be too involved, taking the putter path offline. So I encourage you to use a training device to start building a template for the shape of how the stroke is going to be in order to stabilize the face. This is going to be particularly helpful for those 1, 2, and 3 footers. For more videos like this, make sure that you click subscribe and come back weekly to check in on all the new YouTube videos that we'll have helping you improve your golf game.